All right, so today I am taking a look at something a little bit different than the usual bourbon. This is Jack Daniel's Gentleman Jack, and this is a double charcoal mellowed version of Old Number 7. So what is charcoal mellowing really quick? It's just a sugar maple charcoal. It's in, about 4 or 5 foot diameter vats, 10 feet high. They slowly drip the distillate before it goes in the barrel through all these layers of charcoal, which sort of kind of ages it a little bit, mellows it out, smooths it out. And then regular Jack Daniel's, after it ages, just gets bottled, whereas Gentleman Jack actually goes through that charcoal mellowing process again. Not dissimilar to like a Cristalino, Añejo tequila, where they actually filter out all the color. In this case, the color is not filtered out, obviously, as you can see here, but it does provide a little bit more polishing to the spirit. So this is a whiskey that, in my mind, was built specifically to compete against Crown Royal. It's 80 proof, kind of a reminiscent bottle shape, and really meant to sort of be a super smooth, super easy drinking version of Jack Daniel's, which if you look at Jack Daniel's, if anybody's tasted the barrel proof single barrels or the Coy Hill, they pack a lot of flavor, and even regular Jack Daniel's has a lot of flavor for such a popular whiskey. So Gentleman Jack is just a little bit toned back, a little more polish, a little bit sweeter in my opinion, and that's what we've got here. So I always think Jack Daniel's presents a really fantastic nose. In this particular case, I get that sort of boiling sap, that boiling maple sap at like a festival. I get this sort of birch wood or burning birch logs. It's kind of like a wintergreen or like a wintergreen type aroma. And then there's a distinct caramel corn note to it as well. And typically in regular Jack Daniel's, I get this very strong banana note from the yeast. And I don't get that here with Gentleman Jack. So that kind of banana note that you would get in regular Jack is gone. And you get those sort of, just that sweet, woodsy maple aroma on the nose. Great whiskey for fall, by the way. And really good to use in like a whiskey sour, because the sweetness in particular of this bottle really complements nicely to that citrus, that sour citrus flavor. All right, let's give it a sip. Just a candy shop of flavor. There's powdered sugar there. There's sort of a peanut or a peanut brittle that sort of emerges with a little caramel. There's kind of a freshly baked bread flavor. There's sort of that kind of sour, that sort of fresh, sort of snappy sourdough note. Really soft oak profile here. Soft up front, soft in the middle, soft on the finish, sweet and smooth all the way throughout. Just a touch of that kind of signature Jack Daniel's woodsiness, but not that banana or banana bread note at all, really. But that powdered sugar and that sweetness and that caramel and maple all kind of mixed together. So if you've got a sweet tooth, I think you'll really like Gentleman Jack. If you're looking at a cocktail, I think a whiskey sour with Gentleman Jack would be really good. I wouldn't put this over ice too much if you're just going to drink it. If you're just going to drink it straight over ice, I think the dilution would be probably too much. But to sip neat in the fall, to use this for a toddy, to use this for a whiskey sour, I don't think you'd be disappointed. And actually, I think it would elevate those cocktails above what you would normally put in them, generally speaking. So Gentleman Jack, if you haven't checked it out, I think it is worth checking out. And I think it does have that very interesting mix of woodsy and sweet. And you can get the Jack Daniel's DNA, but it is a different version of it. And it's definitely worth a shot. All right, cheers.